Hey everybody, this is Matthew with Forging Your Legend, where we help people turn their toughest battles into their greatest legends. Today I want to share with you a metaphor that I used recently to help a client who was feeling like she was headed in the wrong direction and she just felt like a crash was imminent. Before I share that metaphor though, let me point out that when you're anticipating a certain negative outcome, that's a pathway of the past, or you could call it a trap. You can't assume that just because something has happened in the past a certain way, that it has to happen that way again. That's your limbic brain. Try to reroute that and tell it, nope, that doesn't have to be the case. Just because it happened that way in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen that way in the future. We're going to change this now. So with that being said, the metaphor is basically when you're headed down the wrong track, whether you've just started retraining and you're still trying to rewire pathways, or you've been at it for a while and there's still some sticky pathways you're dealing with, there's often a lot of momentum built up behind them. You know, it's not as simple as just, oh, I'm going to stop, and then it stops. It's like a semi-truck hurtling down the highway at 80 miles an hour. That has a lot of momentum behind it. And with some pathways, they are like that semi-truck where you're not just going to stop them. You're going to first need to slow them down. And slowing them down from 80 to 60, 60 to 40, 40 to 20, even though it still feels like you're going in the wrong direction, that's still progress. Just to slow those down, just to get in their way a little bit more, stop them a little bit more, doubt them a little bit more, be a little bit more removed from the emotional responses. And eventually, if you focus on slowing them down enough, you will stop them. And then you can get them going in the right direction. Now, this doesn't have to apply to everything. There are plenty of things where, even if they're very deeply ingrained patterns, you might be able to just snap your fingers and suddenly shift that momentum in the other direction. But when that's not possible, just know that slowing it down is enough. Slowing it down is still doing something meaningful that will make progress. Like I've mentioned in another video, the effect of compounding interest, that little bit compiled on top of that little bit, compounded on top of that little bit, that will turn into something big. So be okay with just slowing down the negative pathway until you've got enough behind you to actually stop it. Eventually, that will happen even with the most stubborn pathways. So, with that being said, if you found this helpful, give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, etc. Share it with somebody who you feel it could benefit. And you can find more at my website, forgingyourlegend.com. I'm here to assist if you need some help. So make it a beautiful day. I believe in you.